Watertown Whiskey presents Reality After Show's coverage of the NFL Weekly Preview Show with Survivor Legend Jonny Fairplay, Survivor 47's Gabe Ortis, and producer Bobby Goodsby. Oh, hello there, wherever you're listening, however you're listening, joining us live on the Reality After Show over on twitch.tv/Bobby Goodsby, or joining us on the archived episode also over on YouTube. This is the NFL Weekly Preview Show for the Reality After Show. My name is Gabe Ortis, joined as always by Jonny Fairplay and producer Bobby Goodsby. We're breaking down all of the upcoming games for the NFL week ahead. And boy, oh boy, does week 10 have some good games lined up for us. Well, maybe some better than others. And we're going to get into that right now. Cannot wait to break it all down. Also, we'll be talking a little bit of last week as well as we move through these games. Now, week 10 is upon us. And we've been talking earlier in the year. We were like, this is a pretty rough start for the NFL. A lot of big name injuries took place, a lot of games that just frankly weren't that exciting week after week. But it's been picking up a little bit. Bobby, are you properly invested into the NFL season yet, or do you still consider this a down year?
No, I mean, the injuries have mounted up to make this a little bit more difficult of a season just because of the fact that we're getting third, fourth stringer guys in there, and it's made for a little bit of sloppy football. However, having said that, this last week was absolutely killer. Like a lot of one-score games. You know, the week before that, I think we had, one score game in the entire week, and then just a lot of blowouts. We're like, this is not good for the NFL. Then this week came crashing back to earth. We're like, okay, we're back on track. A lot of good storylines to talk about as well.
I've turned around.
I was going to say, Jonny, it's been scab football from you for weeks now. Have we evolved from scab football? Are we at least at backup football now?
It's got hints of scabbiness, but
sure,
it's good. As Bobby said, there's storylines. I love storylines.
Yeah,
you know, I watch wrestling for the storylines. I don't care about the match. I watch Survivor for the storylines. I don't watch for strategy. There's great storyline. There's still a ton of injuries. I don't know how to fix that, because I think NFL's quarterbacks, for the most part, are protected. I think stars, for the most part, are protected. I think that the preseason is absolutely worthless, and maybe that's what's causing all this. I think literally the first time these guys are seeing the field is like week 1, and maybe that's a problem. Maybe if you're making all that money. When does the preseason actually begin for you? Does preseason begin the night before opening kickoff for the regular season, or back in the day, does it start February 8th?
And there's a lot of sentiment that like September is the new preseason for a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
It's like the first 3 weeks of football are all of the actual starters and stars getting into gear. And then once you hit October, it's like, okay, now we're playing NFL football. But again, to your point, Jonny, I don't know how you fix that. You can't mandate these guys to play in the preseason. I'm almost wondering.
But if I'm these guys, I don't want to leave with some of these injuries from the field. And I don't think these injuries happen if your preseason starts February 8th. I mean, it's not full on, everything, but it's not, all right, I got a mountain of money and I can do a lot of fun things from February 8th till September 20th.
Sure. I know. I totally agree. And
I would probably be the worst. If I am casting stones from a glass house here.
Sure.
So no, if I was an elite athlete, well, first of all, I would be banned. So they're just like, this guy can't pass any tests. Concussions, drugs. And
this is the lowest Wonderlic score we've ever had.
Like fucking Lawrence Taylor would be giving me high fives.
I believe the lowest Wonderlic score in history is held by none other than two-time MVP Lamar Jackson. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I think I'm wrong about that. Don't quote me on that. So looking ahead to week 10 here that we have coming up, it starts tomorrow with an AFC West matchup. The Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. Now, the line that Vegas is setting right now is 9.5 points for the home team, the Denver Broncos, bringing the Las Vegas Raiders to Mile High Stadium. Now, I have to say, the spread last week for the Broncos against Houston was only 1.5 points, and it was in favor of Houston. I was shocked by that. And it ended up being a one-score game. It ended up being what? The Broncos won by a field goal. They won 18-15. So Vegas was almost on to something there, but any Broncos bettors ended up coming good. Yeah. Is this Vegas kind of overcorrecting maybe? Is this too many points to give to the Denver Broncos led by Bo Nix and Sean Payton? Johnny, you look very conflicted on your face right now.
Yeah, I think it's accurate. I think this is I think the Broncos are going to screw up our trend of great Thursday night games. I think this is going to be a blow. I think the Raiders just really suck, and I don't think they're looking to not suck.
Yeah, I agree.
So, and Thursday night has turned Thursday night was the throwaway game, and it's turned into a pretty cool platform. A lot of people are watching. The numbers for Amazon Prime Video are great.
Yeah, and it's why these streaming services are going to keep getting more games.
Yeah.
And have you guys been keeping up, not to go off on a tangent here, have you been keeping up with this whole YouTube TV controversy? Have you guys seen this?
Yeah.
No, I was with Chris Jericho's son.
Ooh.
And Red Cup Jeff Monday night, and we all went to dinner, and then we went to this guy's house to watch the Monday night games. And I don't is it the dispute with Hulu or YouTube as well? No Monday Night Football.
No Monday Night Football. Oh, so you were a victim of this?
Yeah, we had to go to the bar. We literally went to a bar that was attempting to close, and we're like, we have lots of money, and we are ready to drink.
If you put on Monday Night Football.
Yes. And well, no, just don't close.
Because
there was no one there, and we're just like, oh. So, but yeah, we were at a house. He literally exhausted every single. He was buying subscription services and still couldn't get Monday Night Football.
Wow. Yeah. Who is Chris Jericho's son as a side point? I know who Chris Jericho is, but is his son in wrestling or no?
No, he was just hanging out with us this weekend at Boca. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you were in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah.
So please correct me if I'm wrong, Bobby. You might be more well versed on the situation than me, but I believe that it is ESPN, by extension Disney, has acquired Fox properties. So that's FS1, that's Fox Sports, that's many other things. As it used to stand up until recently, Disney and ESPN had a deal with YouTube TV, which is owned by Google, that if you have YouTube TV, you can stream ESPN and Disney properties. After that acquisition of Fox Sports and those properties, ESPN, at the end of their contract, which just came to an end with YouTube TV, said, if we're going to renew our contract with you so that your subscribers can keep our content, we need to charge you, YouTube TV, more money because we're offering you more content. YouTube TV said, if we accept that deal, we have to charge our subscribers more money so that we can make up the cost on the back end. And ESPN and Disney said, so essentially YouTube TV said, we will not renew your contract at a raised price because of the Fox properties that you now own. And ESPN is having all their talking heads make these little clips online saying, look at how bad YouTube TV is. Go to keepmynetworks.com to learn more information about how you can get Monday Night Football back on your YouTube TV subscription. It's a very weird, I've never seen anything like this.
And we've seen something. We've seen stuff similar in the past. The DirecTV has had conflicts throughout the years with NFL. I think everyone. I think CBS at one time. I didn't have on my DirecTV.
I wonder if this is like the late stage capitalism of all these streaming services that now they can't even play nice together.
Yeah.
Bobby.
It's billion-dollar organizations and companies fighting with each other, right? It's all about money. It's all about profit. And at the end of the day, we're the ones who have to face the repercussions of it all, not these companies. These companies are making money hand over foot, especially Disney. Don't even get me started on them. Disney owns the world at this point.
Yeah.
But the problem is when you have a corporation like YouTube TV that's massive as well, and you're telling people, the consumer, hey, buy this product and this is what's guaranteed in this product. And then that product comes out, and then all of a sudden that main service that most people subscribe to YouTube TV for, because I know pretty much everyone I know that has YouTube TV cancels it at the end of the NFL season and then restarts up when the season's about to begin. 1, for Sunday Ticket, and 2, for be able to watch Monday Night Football and Thursday Night Football, etc. So it's very frustrating that us as a consumer paying all these exorbitant prices for these package deals have to face the repercussions of these billionaires fighting over money. It's gotten ridiculous.
And I'll say, as an aside, I think the worst part, other than the exorbitant amounts of money we have to pay for all these streaming services, is that there was a time, and for any people who are younger than me, I'm 27, who are tuning into the show, you might not remember this time. There was a time where you would be watching one game on your TV, and you would hit one button, and it would flip to the game you were watching before that. And you could hit another button, and it would have flipped to the other game that you were watching before that. Now I have to go back to the home screen of my smart TV, scroll over to a different app, log into that app, find the game I want to watch, click on that game just to watch a few plays. That I have to do.
I can fix that for you. Again. I can fix that for you, Gabe.
How are you going to fix that for
me? I'm just glad that as a country that we cut the cord on cable, and we have these streaming platforms that can affordably let us pick and choose the very few things that we want. Oh, wait, we're paying for all of them if you want to watch anything. I forgot. Yeah, but remember the plan? It was just like, hey, cut the cord from cable and just pick a couple streamers and you're good. It's like, nope, you're not.
Nope, not the time.
Well, it's gotten to the point, too, where I think they said for the average household to be able to watch every single NFL game this year, you have to pay something like $2,500 for the entire season per household. That's insane. That's insane between all the different apps.
And folks wonder, or well, these big streaming services wonder why people illegally stream games. I mean, I go to methstreams.com and I can watch any game I want. I can watch Red Zone for free. I can watch all NFL games for free. And that's often what I find myself doing on Sundays, is just going to whatever the popular illegal streaming service is. And, you know, I'll say it on air. I don't care.
Because I'm promoting this.
Exactly. There's no promotion here.
I got in streamer trouble.
What does that mean?
Well, not like doing. So I do a Naked and Afraid podcast with this chick Trish from Naked and Afraid. Well, she just finished filming a season. She got all of her money. They send your money in payments. Like they break it up into 4 payments to shut you up. So even after the show is over, like the finale's aired, you're still waiting a couple months for your last payment. So anyway, she got a email from Discovery Channel, and it's just like, you're not getting your final payment. You shouldn't have done Jonny Fairplay's podcast. Wow. And then it was followed up by a lawyer email, and he was just like, he goes, you said bad things about some of the other players. You talked about some stuff that were going on behind the scenes, and most importantly, you referred to the Discovery app as a shitty streaming service. And I was like, that was me.
Wow.
Because I literally tried to purchase the Discovery app to watch Naked and Afraid. Oh, no. It comes on the app after the season's over.
It was guilt by association. She had guilt by association by being associated with you.
Yes. So yes, you referred to the platform as a shitty streaming. Like, it is.
I can just imagine it like in quotes in the email.
Oh, it was
shitty streaming service.
Yes. Oh, like that. No, that wasn't you. That was me.
All right, getting into some more of these games coming up for week 10 here. We have another international game taking place at the Olympia Stadion in Berlin. The Indianapolis Colts, coming off just their second loss of the season to Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers, will be facing off against Michael Penix Jr., Raheem Morris, and their Atlanta Falcons. Right now, DraftKings has this set at 6.5 points in favor of the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the Falcons have been a very hot and cold team this year, where some weeks it looks like they have it together, and other weeks they look like a complete dumpster fire. Yes. I tend to lean more on the side that they're a dumpster fire. But, Johnny, how do you feel about this Atlanta team?
Oh no, they're horrible. They're the shits. I mean, like the fact that they gave false hope the 2-3 times this season that they did, like they owe an apology to fans or even like very, very casual onlookers. Like they are a waste of your time. They are a waste of everyone's time. They are horrific. I think this is the get right game for the Colts, and I think they have a field day with Atlanta
in Berlin.
Yeah, completely agree with you. I think that Atlanta, like they are, like you said, Gabe, so hot and cold. They absolutely demolished my Vikings team week 2, but then they've had games where they're heavy favorites and they just lay an egg. It's honestly like the Atlanta Falcons are the sum of this NFL season, where it's just like, okay, we think we know who the front runner is. We think this is going to be the best team, and then immediately the next week they lose. Like it's wild. And I think the Colts absolutely smash. I'd take that -6.5 all day, every day.
I mean, like what team can you find in the league this year that beat the Bills by 10 points and then got 30-0'd by the Carolina Panthers?
Yes.
Like, how does that happen in the same season to the same team? It's crazy to me. But yeah, I think that the Colts look at this again as a get right game, and they have big reinforcements on the way. I mean, Sauce Gardner is now an Indianapolis Colt for 2 first-rounders. Jim Irsay's daughter, who looks great on the sideline, I mean, made a big old swing. 2 first-rounders for Sauce Gardner, now going to be playing in Indianapolis Colts white and blue. I mean, that was probably the biggest deal of deadline day, the Jets fire sale. Quinnen Williams, who we'll talk to in a bit when we talk about the Jets and or the Cowboys, we'll get to. But I like the Colts clearly are pushing their chips into the middle. And here's what I'm curious about. That you gave up 2 first-rounders, right? Yep. You have Anthony Richardson, who I think it's hard to still be in on, right? They're committing their future to Daniel Jones here. Is that a silly decision, Johnny?
I don't think so. I think this team this is it. It's this year and hopefully next year if you're a Colts fan. But I think this is it. You go all in. So this team's going to suck in 3 years.
See, here's the thing. This team, like, they have some really good pieces, right? And they've been playing well all year. To bring in Sauce Gardner, who is arguably the best, if not one of the best cover corners in the NFL.
Yeah.
I honestly think 2 first-round picks is a steal. I know people are saying otherwise. Where are you going to be able to find a cover corner like he was essentially like Revis Island for most of his career? Yes, this year hasn't been his greatest year, but I still think he's got the potential. I also think it might have been a lack of motivation being on an 0-7 team at one point.
Yeah.
You know,
what are you trying for? You're not beating the other team by yourself.
Exactly. So I think that
Michael Parsons can and does every week, according to the announcers.
Yeah. Yeah. According to everyone, that was like, oh, just give him the Super Bowl. No, but honestly, I know that it's 2 first-round picks. I know that's a lot. But they're expecting to not be high first-round picks. Like they think that they obviously have a chance for that to be a late first-rounder. So would you give up essentially an early second, late first, 2 of those for Sauce Gardner? I do that all day.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that if you're all in this year, which they should be, this could be like the perfect storm season for them.
They're the Tennessee Titans.
Like, I mean, they have a journeyman quarterback who is playing way above his expectation. The rest of the conference is very weak right now. Their division is the weakest it's been in a very long time. Your running back is having one of his career years. Like
the Tennessee Titans expansion year.
Like everything is kind of a perfect storm right now. So I don't hate pushing your chips to the middle, but it is inherently a gamble. Like if you don't win a Super Bowl this year, you are going to have, because Jonathan Taylor is not going to have this season next year. I'll tell you that right now. You know, Daniel Jones might not have this season ever again. This could be the best. Like, we could be 5 years down the line and say, remember when Daniel Jones tore up the league with the Colts that one year? And if you don't have the capital to rebuild and sustain the success, like you might be not the Titans from the expansion year. You might be the Titans from this year, 3-4 years down the line.
And I think they're probably going to be that anyway. So if you can potentially get a Super Bowl, get it.
Yeah, no, I don't have any issue with that.
Yeah.
So 6.5 points to the Colts. I would like the Colts spread there. against the Atlanta Falcons. Looking at the 1 p.m., that's Thursday Night Football, and then the early Sunday game, 9:30 a.m., 6:30 a.m. for Bobby and all the West Coasters out there. We have a inter-reality after show matchup this week. Very, very exciting, as the Baltimore Ravens will be heading to US Bank Stadium to take on Bobby's Minnesota Vikings, a battle of the purple teams, the Purple Bowl happening this year in the NFL. 4.5-point spread in favor of the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Do you feel a little disrespected by that line, Bobby?
Hell no. The Ravens are a very good team. I mean, let's be real. Their record does.
You always build up your competition before you beat them.
Yes.
No, honestly, did you beat a nobody?
Also, I want to say this, Gabe. Is Harbaugh pulling some more trickery with the injury report? Because the last injury report I saw had 0 players on the injury report.
Perfect attendance, baby.
Wow. Bullshit. Are we gonna have another $100,000 fine for the Ravens? I'm just calling that now.
We played on Thursday. We have 10 days of recovery.
Yeah. But just saying, I think that the 4.5-point spread is honestly fair. The Ravens we saw last week win healthy, when Lamar Jackson is back in the lineup, they can absolutely cruise. Like, he's got all the talent in the world to make that team a 1 or 2 win team, completely flip around and go the opposite way. Having said that, last week, we said the same thing about the Vikings. Every single person here, myself included, did not give the Vikings a shadow of a chance against the Detroit Lions. And what did they do?
The greatest team in football right now, Bobby.
The greatest team in football. J.J. McCarthy, Hall of Famer. I'm calling it now.
Oh, no. I was thinking about Detroit Lions going into last week.
Well, still, yeah. But the fact is, we haven't beat Detroit in their house since 2021.
Long time.
And they talk the most shit. So it was very nice to see J.J. McCarthy be an absolute dog. When the game was on his shoulders, he needed to make one play, and he doesn't throw it to Justin Jefferson, doesn't throw it to Jordan Addison. He throws it to Speedy Naylor to ice the game in cold-blooded fashion.
It was a great pass and an even better catch.
Catch.
It was a perfect play. It was crazy.
And he didn't have eye-popping stats. He had 140-something yards and but 2 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. He was a dog all game. If he
so glad you got rid of Sam Darnold. This kid really showing.
And Daniel Jones, right?
Have they retired his number yet, or are they next week?
Listen, it was a great bounce back game for him, and I'm saying, if we go on and beat Baltimore, who I think is going to be a very tough team, I think they're honestly, when healthy, one of the best, if not the best team in the league. And I don't think their record reflects what they actually are. I think if we can beat this team at home, we can honestly go on a roll, and it could show going into playoffs, pushing.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the full Vikings game last week when they beat Detroit. I bet on the Vikings to win that game. I felt great about it, to be honest. Everybody was writing them off. It's a divisional game. Like, a 9.5-point spread in a divisional game is crazy.
It's crazy.
And I just feel like the Vikings are slowly but surely getting a little bit healthier. Yes. Most important player on that team, potentially, I know that this is a crazy thing I'm about to say, but maybe more than Jay Jettis, is Andrew Van Ginkel. That dude completely evolves the defense.
Yes.
He covers up so much in the middle of the field, both at the line of scrimmage and in coverage. When he is not playing, they look like one of the worst defenses in the league. When he is playing, they're flying everywhere. They are everywhere. And even when he's not making plays, he's setting up other guys to make plays. I mean, they had 5 sacks in this game. They held Detroit 5 for 17 on 3rd down. I mean, it is remarkable how much better they look on defense when Van Ginkel is playing versus when he's not. That is the guy I am the most scared of going into this Ravens matchup next week, by far. Now, I think the game, having said all that, is going to be decided by the Ravens defense. If they can make J.J. McCarthy uncomfortable, something they've struggled to do this season, although it looks better and better with each passing week, if they can contain Jay Jettis as much as they possibly can, which are two very tall orders for this defense, I think it could be a rout. Now, if they fail to do that, which I think is more likely because Justin Jefferson is who he is, because Jordan Addison is who he is, because TJ Hawkinson is who he is, and the run game looked quite good for the Vikings last night, or excuse me, last week. 142 yards rushing for the Vikings with Aaron Jones, and then who's Jordan Mason, and Aaron Jones led the way, which is not something I think a lot of people thought. If they can get that run game going, Baltimore could be in a lot of trouble. Now, the reason I'm always going to feel good about this game is that Lamar can drop 40 on anybody. So it's either going to be, is this going to be a race to 35 points, which the Vikings could very well win? Or is this going to be a Ravens defense continues to trend upward, holds the Vikings to under 25 points, and the Ravens win by 2+ scores? I think those are the two outcomes for this game. I don't see a Vikings blowout in any capacity. I also don't see a low-scoring victory in it. Like, if this game ends 13-18, I will be shocked. I don't even think that's within the realm of possibility. I think it's Ravens win like 40-37, or the flip score, or the Ravens win, 10-28 or something like that.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting, and this is a game both teams could really use. Vikings go above 500 if they win this game. Baltimore continues their win streak. They get 3 wins in a row and go to 4-5, just one game behind 500 in two teams that are in a race for their division right now. Like, the Vikings are in the basement, but they ain't out of it. They still have a two games to play against the Packers, right?
We're undefeated in the division. We're 2-0 in the division. We still play the Packers twice, Bears and Lions at home.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like this is a huge game for the boys in purple on both sides of the equation.
Huge.
I'm hoping it's entertaining. That's my main hope.
What about a tie? Could you live with a tie?
A tie, I'm burning down the bar I'm in. That's the result of a tie.
The greatest line ever was someone said a tie's like kissing your sister. Like, no one enjoys that.
My sister watches this podcast. Can you believe that?
Really?
Oh,
really?
Yeah. She comes there and she's like, yeah, me and the boyfriend watch the podcast. Shout out, hey April, hey John.
How we doing, April?
Yeah, our favorite team is the Eagles. You guys are kind of assholes.
Well, the Eagles are assholes, so there you go.
Well, Johnny, who do you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say that after the show, we're gonna be tuning into Survivor. Starts tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll be right back here to recap all Survivor stuff. We're gonna be talking episode 7 of Survivor 49. Me, Johnny, Bobby, breaking everything down from the first merge episode of the 49th season of Survivor. And you know what? I know that's late. I know that some people don't want to stay up that late to get some more content, but sometimes a stiff drink might help you stay up a little bit later. And if you need a stiff drink, we got just the thing for you.
Watertown Whiskey, guess what? Philadelphia Eagles back-to-back. Here we go, Super Bowl champions. You see, Daniels, it is the Commanders' year. Woo! Super Bowl bound to Watertown Whiskey. It's back-to-back. The Chiefs are going back, and they're winning this time. Watertown Whiskey. Y'all boys heading on down to 8 Mile. Lions got this. Watertown Whiskey. It's the AFC's year, but it's the Chargers. There's only one thing I gotta say. Watertown Whiskey. Jets, Jets.
Shut on.
Hartford Whalers, we're going to the Super Bowl. They're close to Watertown, right? There's one thing we can all agree on. Watertown Whiskey. Escape the ordinary. WatertownWhiskey.com. Drink responsibly.
WatertownWhiskey.com. Whiskey made with natural flavors. Please drink responsibly, especially on NFL Sunday. Bobby, AFK right now, away from his keyboard, but it's all right because we're going to move on here. Unless, Johnny, you got any thoughts on the boys in purple?
I wish that was the Thursday night game.
Yeah.
I really wish that was the Thursday night game. So, no, I I'm not touching it. I'm scared to death of it. So I'm going to sit back and enjoy it. And honestly, I think I'm going to be happy if it's an offensive contest. I'm happy either way. I mean, I know it hurts you to hear that, and it probably hurts Bobby to hear that. But but I love the Vikings and the Ravens.
Yeah, they're two fun teams, and they're always fun. And that's something that like I very unbiasedly give credit for both of those teams. Every year they're fun teams. Yeah. Every single year they got something going on. Like the Vikings will always have the best wide receivers in the league, the most fun wide receivers to watch, regardless of who the quarterback is. The Ravens questionable quarterback was also a consistent theme. But and Baltimore for the last 8 years now has had Lamar Jackson, who is the most exciting player in football. All right, looking at some more of these 1 p.m.s here. Again, reminder for you, not 8 p.m. Survivor starts. We'll be hopping off here at 8 p.m. to watch Survivor. 9:30 p.m. We'll be right back here on the Reality After Show to break down everything from the new episode of Survivor. Me, Johnny, Bobby, and all of the crew. Very, very fun game for the 1 p.m.s. Other than my bias towards the Ravens-Vikings, probably the most fun game, maybe, of the whole weekend. New England Patriots heading down south to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bucks are 2.5-point favorites. The closest spread of, one other game is closer than this, but the closest spread of the weekend, other than one other game. What do you make of this? This is a tough one because for a while, New England has been beaten up on some bad teams.
Yeah.
They have faced a lot of bad teams, and
it's like, are they Fugazi?
Are they Fugazi? We don't know. This is quite a litmus test game because, is this a game you just stay away from?
You stay away from. I think they're Fugazi, but they beat the Bucks. They're not Fugazi.
I agree.
I'm not throwing down $50 to find out.
I mean, look, they lost to the Raiders week 1. It's week 1, whatever. Then they beat the Dolphins. They lose to the Steelers. They beat the Panthers. They beat the Bills. They beat the Saints. They beat the Titans. They beat the Browns. And they just beat the Falcons. All those teams I just named, with the exception of like 2, are like who cares? Like those teams are in a race for the first pick.
And even the good ones were garbage that week.
Sure, exactly. In the Bills. So I look at this Tampa Bay game, and Tampa Bay is a team that is coming off a big win to the Saints and a big loss to the Lions the week before. I think they're really going to want to win this game, especially with the Bills coming after that. Bucks have to play the Bills in a couple weeks, and they got to play the Rams after that. So they have like a real tough 3-game stretch here. They're not going to want to drop a game to who they probably view as the easiest game out of those 3. They're at home for that one. They're away from home for the next 2 games against the Bills and the Rams. And I think they're going up against probably the worst quarterback of those 3, regardless of what these BS MVP stats say. I think I like the Bucks here, but this is certainly a game that I think you stay away from.
Yeah, and I love the fact that New England, I don't hate New England anymore. I hated New England for a while. They made themselves. What's that?
Speak for yourself.
Okay, well, me personally and others. Yeah. I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot.
No, I agree. I agree with that.
So and then when it was over, like we got the Tom Brady Bucks of it all, and I'm just like, can we escape this for because I feel like that was just Patriots Part 2 with Gronk.
Sure, but that was by design, I think.
Yeah, I get that. So, but I think New England, we saw them pay their dues, brother, and I'm just like, I don't dislike the Patriots right now. I think they're a fun, rootable team.
If you don't have a sour history with the Patriots like Baltimore Ravens do and many other teams in the AFC, I think you share the opinion of the vast majority of people. Like, exciting young quarterback. Vrabel is the ultimate football guy. It's like him and Dan Campbell are like the football guy coaches right now. Very, very easy to get behind. No, bona fide stars on that team. Just a bunch of guys doing the damn thing. Like, it's a very fun, scrappy team to root for right now. Yeah. I will hate the Patriots till the day I die, whether they're 0-16 or it's the Tom Brady era. It doesn't matter. But I look at this game as like an information gathering game. You're going to learn so much about this Patriots team, given how this goes. It's a team they never, ever play in the Buccaneers. They're going away from home in a hostile environment, not like New England, hot, sweaty, humid Tampa Bay in the middle of November with a team that's got a lot of weapons all over the place. Like, You're going to learn a lot this game, Bobby. When you look at Patriots, when you look at Bucks, what do you make of it?
I think that the New England Patriots are a fun up-and-coming team. I think Drake May looks really good. I think they have a lot of pieces in place. I think Tampa Bay is a win-now type of team. That even though they lost Mike Evans and they've had a bunch of injuries to their wide receivers, they are still a win-now team. And I think especially being at home, the line I have here is -2.5. Is that what you have?
Yes.
I'll take Tampa Bay -2.5 all day.
Now, here's a game that I find pretty interesting here. I'm not going to get to all the 1 p.m.s because we're running out of time. We got 14 minutes till Survivor starts. So be sure to tune in here after the show, 9:30 p.m. for the Survivor after show. But the closest spread of the weekend, the only one that has this line of 1.5 points, is the Jacksonville Jaguars heading to Houston to take on CJ Stroud and his Texans. This is a game, again, where I think you stay away from it if you want to make money. But it's going to be a big information gathering game. Like these are two teams that, especially recently, have started to show flashes, but also have managed to look really, really, really bad some weeks. I mean, the Jaguars lost 35-7 against the Rams a couple weeks ago. They lost 20-12 against the Seahawks. But the week before that, they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. So, like, how do you make sense of that? And as the series record goes, the Jacksonville Jaguars on September 21st beat the Texans in Jacksonville by a score of 17-10. Does the series even up here, Bobby, or do you think that the Jaguars get the sweep over their divisional rivals?
Well, do we know, is CJ Stroud officially out for that game? Because he got absolutely annihilated in the game last week. If he's out, I think Jacksonville, I'll take Jacksonville -1.5 all day, every day.
Stroud is ruled out for week 10 game versus the Jags.
Yeah, give me the Jags -1.5. I don't trust Davis Mills.
Wait, Davis Mills and it's still 1.5?
Davis Mills and still 1.5 is insane to me.
Johnny.
The problem with this game is you have to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a bit of a who cares game.
Too soon?
But I think that this is a game that's going to be a big deal for whoever's going to get that wild card spot from that division, if it comes from that division, right?
Yeah.
Because
and then they lose to the Chiefs.
And then they lose in the wild card round to the Chiefs.
Yeah, okay, great. Wonderful.
Yeah. Jumping. So I don't really think we need to talk about this game a whole lot because it's Arizona at Seattle -6.5 for Seattle. But Jacoby Brissett officially named the starter for Arizona over Kyler Murray. Like
Kyler Murray got put on IR.
Is he okay? So he's officially on
that's
IR.
why.
Yeah.
Is this a bit of a soft benching though?
I think so. Because why wouldn't they have put him on IR 2 weeks ago when they got injured?
I mean, exactly. And Jacoby Brissett comes out last week and he beats the Dallas Cowboys, who I think if you really want to make money, the Cowboys play the Raiders. I think the Cowboys have a bye week this week. Then they play the Raiders next week. After that, bet the Cowboys to lose every single game.
Every game. Yeah.
It's happened. It happens every year. Yeah. They've hit November. Dak will start playing bad, and the Cowboys will start losing all of it.
But it won't be Dak's fault.
Well, it's never Dak's fault.
I know.
It's Jerry Jones's fault.
He's so good. And the record or stats don't reflect that, but I've been told he's so good.
Who, Dak Prescott?
Yeah.
Jerry Jones
Cowboys now bring in Quinnen Williams, which is a huge addition to their defensive line.
Why?
But I don't. Why? Yeah, I like. Does that help you win a Super Bowl? I don't think so.
You mortgage the future, which was already slim pickings based off the contracts you have to pay and the fact that you have no development and no talent defensively. So, yeah, this feels like, we lost Micah Parsons, but look, may interest you mid-season in your finest Quinnen Williams, who we're already a lost cause. But look, guys, we at least got something back for it.
Yeah, I mean, you're 3-5-1 right now. You're 3 wins back from the Eagles to win the division. Like, I guess you're hoping to sneak in to that wild card spot, but you're not getting the wild card spot.
I'm willing to bet money that even with Mariota, the Commanders finish ahead of the Cowboys.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, the Cowboys are 3-5-1, the Commanders are 3-6. And I look at the NFC right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams have 6 wins right now. Like, I mean, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4 teams have 5 wins right now. Like, that's the whole playoffs right there. Well, one of the teams that I just counted isn't making the playoffs. I rattled off 8 teams that have 6 or 5 wins. One of them is not making the playoffs. The Cowboys with 3 wins sure as hell ain't making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Whether you got a good guy in the middle of your D-line or not, I don't know. It feels like Jerry Jones maybe going a little senile. Maybe this might be like, okay, time to go to bed, Grandpa.
He's Vince McMahoning it.
He's kind of been. It's like maybe you need to let go. Maybe you don't have what you had.
Triple H has got the plays. You need
to
talk
exactly. Yes, that's the guy who should be the face of the franchise.
Yeah.
And I'm not making a comparison. Literally, make Triple H the face of the Cowboys franchise. Let's see what happens.
Hot take, Gabe.
All right, let's jump into Sunday Night Football. The 4 p.m.s aren't great. We got Detroit Lions versus the Commanders as one of the 4 p.m. 7.5-point favorites for the Detroit Lions playing in DC. I mean, who cares? The Rams are heading to the San Francisco 49ers. I think the Rams are probably going to win that game. Mac Jones starting once again, I believe, for the San Francisco 49ers. But we have a couple of interesting primetime games here. Pittsburgh Steelers, who have the Ravens breathing down their neck right now to take that AFC North spot, going up against the Los Angeles Chargers in SoFi Stadium. The Chargers 3-point favorites. Bobby, what do you make of this game here?
Yeah, honestly, Chargers are a very good team at home, but they just lost Joe Alt for, I don't know if it was for the season or for an extended
starting
period.
Left tackle. Lost him again.
Huge injury to that offensive line. I know they picked up an offensive lineman right before the trade deadline, like literally minutes before the trade deadline. So hopefully, but no one's going to replace Joe Alt. Joe Alt's arguably one of the best left tackles in all of football right now. Yeah. And for them to lose him, I think it's going to be a massive blow. I think that defensive line on Pittsburgh's gotten a lot better at what we saw from them last week and what they were able to do. I mean, they're really starting to come into their own, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this is going to be a close battle. I still think I like the Chargers, but it's close. Like, I would not bet this game at all. That 2.5-point spread feels very apt to me.
3 on DraftKings.
So it's even more. Like, that's scary to me.
Johnny, the Steelers coming off a big win against the Indianapolis Colts at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. Are you buying Aaron Rodgers playing well into November, or do you think that Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh set the record straight about who the real big dogs in the AFC are?
No clue. Keep your money in your wallet and watch and enjoy the game. I think it's going to be a good one.
I think it's going to be a very fun game. Yeah.
And a super quick Big Ben story. I was at the Spike Video Game Awards with Rob C, and I was like, I saw Big Ben, and Rob would go on the bathroom, and I was like, Big Ben. I was like, I have a friend of mine. He's a Jets fan. He'd love to meet you. He was like, oh, I would love to meet your friend. And I was like, Rob C, hey, here's my friend Big Ben. And he was like, oh, you're a Jets fan? Hold on. What is this? And he had a Super Bowl ring on his middle finger.
Wow. Wow.
Rob C said he expected nothing less.
Well,
That's
and
great.
all of that tracks.
Yeah.
And our Monday night game here for week 10 is another good one. Another great one, even. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to be taking on the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love, Micah Parsons, Matt LaFleur taking on the reigning Super Bowl champions in Green Bay at Lambeau Stadium. Johnny, this is a game that could be a really big deal for either of these teams. I think that the Green Bay Packers are really looking to bounce back, coming off of a loss. Yes, a loss. You heard that right, to the Carolina Panthers by a score of 16-3. They need a bounce back game, and they probably couldn't be playing a worse team to get that bounce back game from. Philadelphia Eagles coming off of a bye week. Right now, the spread for this game is 2.5 points in favor of the home team, Green Bay Packers. Do you like the Packers here? Did Vegas get this one right?
I like the Eagles. Big time.
I know I'm
free money.
Free money, he says. Wow.
Free money.
I think it's free money too. I mean,
wow.
The Green Bay Packers are not that team. I've been saying it for a while now. They have, impressive games at times, but then there's games like last week where they completely lay an egg against an inferior opponent. Now, here's the thing: they tend to play up the competition.
Every other week, Bobby, they're that what is this team?
Yeah.
Every other week.
The
Even
Packers.
with wins.
I've lost 4 of my freaking Survivor pools on 3 different weeks because of the Green Bay Packers. Like, literally, it's insane.
Yeah, I just think this is a team that lacks meaningful weapons. Like, I remember just a couple of years ago, Christian Watson was supposed to be one of the big wide receivers in the NFL. He's not even the best receiver on his team anymore. It's Romeo Doubs. And no disrespect to Romeo Doubs, who I think is a great player, but I wouldn't put that guy in the top.
It's not
5.
even
you're not my fantasy
receivers.
You're not on my fantasy team.
It's not even Romeo Doubs. It's Tucker Kraft, and he's just out for the year after this last week.
Just tore his ACL. Their most dangerous weapon in the tight end Tucker Kraft just tore his ACL. So now this team that was very exciting coming into the year is leaning on their running back Josh Jacobs, who's been good, to kind of propel them through these games. And I don't think you can do that against an Eagles team. I just don't think you can.
I think the Eagles smash here. I actually don't even think it's close. I think we could have a 14+ point lead.
Wow. Very, very hot takes here. Bobby saying free money. Johnny saying free money as well. That's going to do it for us here, but we got a little bit of time. Bobby, if you have the information up, would you?
I have it right here.
Do our favorite segment of the show?
Yes. All right, guys. So I want you to give me the lowest ticket price of the week. Johnny, you go ahead and go first.
Ooh, Dallas wasn't home, right?
Dallas
is on bye.
Bye week.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about last week. This week, ooh, wow.
This one should be obvious.
Raiders.
All right. Go ahead.
The Raiders who are so
at Denver.
You're saying tomorrow night's game, Raiders at Denver. Oh, that's a good shout. Thursday night, tougher to get people in seats. Really bad team going up against a pretty good team. But you know what? I am going to fade that, even though I won't be shocked if it's right. I'm going to go with the Saints at the Panthers.
Ooh, good guess by both of you. However, both of you are wrong. There's a tie for the bottom. So you literally had 2 chances, and both of you, neither of you got it. Cleveland at the New York Jets, $39, and tied with them is Jacksonville at Houston, $39.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to watch it. That's the name. So
the highest ticket bright of the week.
Ticket price.
Real quick, speaking of Charlotte, I'm going to be there Friday night for Charlotte FC.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, Johnny, who's the highest ticket price game of the week?
Ooh, wow. I thought you know what? Probably that Chargers game. You guys are expensive out there.
Okay. Ooh, that's a good shot.
Or the overseas game though.
Yeah, I was gonna say Berlin. So
if not Berlin, Chargers.
I'm gonna. Wow. Okay. Because I wanted to make a pick that wasn't either of those two. Okay. I'm going to say the most expensive ticket of the week is going to be the LA Rams at 49ers.
Nope. New England at Tampa Bay.
Oh, I was going to say that. Oh, God damn it. Oh, I was looking at that, and then I decided not to at the last second. God damn it.
$228 a ticket.
And you know why? A lot of snowbirds in Florida. A lot of snowbirds started going to Tampa games because of Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, I was looking at that game. I was thinking that exact thing.
You have
2 demos buying those tickets.
Yeah. Now I know we have to get out of here. I just want to shout one thing real quick. Tomorrow at 12:30 Pacific, 3:30 Eastern, I'll be going live right here on Reality After Show and my twitch.tv/Bobby Goodsby, going live interviewing Rachel Riley. If you want this, the chat's going to be involved. Get your questions in for Rachel. Get your super chats in if you want to 100% get your question read live on stream. I'll be reading all the super chats and get to as many comments as I can. But if you want to ensure your question gets read to Rachel Riley, any questions you have about Big Brother 27, get it in, and we'll be live tomorrow right here at After Show, 12:30 Pacific, 3:30 Eastern.
Survivor has officially started, folks, so go get to those TV screens, get to Paramount Plus, get to CBS, however you watch it, and then come right back here after the show ends at 9:30 p.m., where me, Bobby, and Johnny will be breaking down everything from the merge episode 7 of Survivor 49.